it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not.
Hello everyone, most of you know me. My name is Steve Allen. I own and operate Dharma Way Dojo and Self-Defense Solutions right here in Christchurch, New Zealand. Today we're doing a video. This video is about power and flow in the martial arts and in self-defense, primarily concerned with the internal martial arts. So I had several requests for doing this from students and people in the All Okinawa and Ozark Mountain Karate Association. So this is for you. This is for Hanshi West Craft, Hanshi Roger Harris, and the rest of the guys in the AOOMKA. So this is my view of it. Many of you may disagree. That's okay. I'm always open to learn. I'm still learning. So I've been doing this for 40 years, but I'm still learning. But there's a few things that you need to understand in order to keep flowing and emitting power in an actual self-defense situation. Okay? Not something that's necessarily choreographed or anything like that. We're talking about real fighting. We're not talking about a tournament or anything else. We're talking about where the techniques are open to anything with no rules, no holds barred fighting that you would encounter on the street against one opponent or multiple opponents. And I teach these techniques in the internal martial arts primarily because it teaches how to flow and move and avoid having your opponent impact you with his force. That you have to deal with that force. You transform that force. So with me today is Nate Whiteman, good student and friend. And Nate wants to ask some questions about this, you know, about how power and flow works, I think. Correct, Nate?
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Thanks for joining me, and thanks for helping me with the video.
No problem at all.
My wife, Johanna, thank you very much for helping us with the video. And Kathy Cravey, my student, who's done really good helping us with the videos. And so I really appreciate it. So, Nate, what is it exactly that you might not be clear on the power versus flow or power and flow in your self-defense and martial arts?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm pretty new to these arts, and I've been
it.
coming here about 6 months, and we talk about.
Been that long?
Yeah, like something like that.
It's been like seems like a lot longer. No, I'm just kidding. No.
So we talk about power and flow all the time in these genes and things like that.
Right.
And
so what does gene mean? It's a power manifestation. So it's a Mandarin word that means power manifestation. So every time you elicit power or do any kind of movement, it has a characteristic. And these characteristics are listed, and we'll show them to you. We'll list them on this video. So what was your question?
Well, it'd be good to slow these movements down and see how they look in space and see how they look with another person. As well. I think that'd be
Just
cool to learn.
Poison, then.
Yeah, something like that. So yeah, yeah.
We have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'd be great. So the first thing you want to do if you're being attacked, so you have to have awareness. You have to have a certain type of awareness around you all the time, and you learn to build that up because you have a concentration of the mind, and the Chinese call that the Shin, or the heart mind, spelled in Romanized letters H-S-I-N, but still pronounced Shin, which means the place where the subconscious originates. So it's a type of like I'm an old policeman and corrections officer, and everybody that I've worked when I worked any kind of assault, all the people told me they knew something was going to happen. So in other words, that was their Shin actually talking to them. You know, it was their subconscious mind talking to them in such a way that, you know, it's telling you to be aware of this danger. So it's almost built into your system as a human in a way. So you have to sense somebody doing it, because nowadays people don't get in fights of honor with you. Nobody's going to walk up to you in the street and go, hey, let's get it on. You know, very rarely. That's a contest. You don't have to agree to the contest. But somebody's walk up to you and whack you. You know, or you could be standing there and he could be behind you. I'm more aware. So if you have your awareness turned on, you can respond, and you have to respond in a conditioned response kind of way. So you can't think while you're doing it, because that's going to stop everything from flowing. It's not going to flow because your nervous system hadn't ever entered into that flow. So the first thing you want to do when you're being contacted by an attack is actually join with the attack. And that's hard for people to do. So let's say I saw you attacking here and you pulled back and you were going to hit me. So you see how I stepped out here. I didn't come out here and try to whack it. Not saying that you can't whack it, but this is going to be like, first thing I'm going to do is sink. So when you throw that blow, I'm touching it, I'm sinking. When I touch you, I'm not touching you to necessarily even stop you, but to sort of contour and fit with you and sink. And this sinking energy is called sung. It means to contract to the lowest place naturally. So think of yourself as pushing a beach ball under the water, and as you're doing so, you're going to feel that energy coming back. That energy is pung energy. And so in Chinese martial arts, you're holding that sung and pung, that's a form of yin and yang, all the time. So you're going to use this vertical sung and pung like this. It's like setting a spring. Now, how are we going to connect the top and the bottom? Well, you're going to do that in a principle called Chan Su Jing, a Jin, that means to reel silk. It's like silk reeling. So what do they mean by silk reeling? When they pulled, in the old days, when they pulled silk off a silkworm cocoon, that had to be very delicately done, because if you pulled it just a little too hard, it'd break it. If you stop pulling it at all, the weight of it itself would break it. So that's what they mean. It's
flow. So it's a state of flow, right?
That's right. It's a state of, like you're coiling, turning.
Yeah, continuously coiling, turning.
So that's called, you know, Chan Su Jing. So in other words, like if you throw that blow up here, see, I'm rotating, I'm touching you, and I'm actually letting the side of my body, so this energy coming this way, I'm actually turning, sinking into the ground on the left foot, then the right foot, then back out again. You see me? So I'm here. You see? See, it takes your root away.
Yeah.
So I'm here. So then, so now you're just seeing it very basically, where I'm sinking, and as I come out, I'm not going like this on my feet. I'm keeping them sunk. I'm keeping the feet on the ground. You have to feel that. And there's certain ways that, if you've been here a while, you know how I teach that sinking. But a lot of people have never even heard of sinking here. So I'm just trying to get the basic gene down so that you understand it. So there are different aspects to it, a lot of aspects. Where on your feet you go, how you circulate through acupuncture points on your feet. You know, it's where you really connect different points on the feet to points on the body. So you're always making these connections inside. That's why they call it an internal martial art. It's from inside to out. And then Fajin comes as a sudden release of that spring power. So say you're here, you throw that blow, see I'm sinking. So then I sink to my knees bend, and I don't let them bend past the big toe.
Yeah.
And then I don't wobble the knees over the line of the big toe. I'm always rotating. That doesn't mean I'm rotating my knees like this. I sink my knees into a locked position and hold it there. Then my weight is going down on that. And as I rotate, I'm setting the spring. Then I can set the spring from over here to over here, and then transfer that energy from one leg to the next, called dynamic balance is actually what it's called. It's called dynamic balance. So as I sink and come up here, you see me? So you can feel the power in it.
Yeah.
You see me? So you see, so this is the strike. So now, how do you keep flowing? Why would you keep flowing? So if he just did that once and I hit you and I knocked you out, I wouldn't keep going. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go and just stomp your head in unless I wanted to. But you'd be laid out, you see what I mean? So you could come in here and actually hit the throat with it, you see? So you can come here. Now, if you hit him and he's a monster and he decides to throw the other blow, look what I'm doing here, look.
It's that same
thing, except
same
just
thing,
a
that
little
turn.
aspect. You can feel the sink.
Yeah.
So put power on it here. See? Oh, see?
Yeah.
See the sink? Now see how I turn that? Boom.
Yeah.
See, so I could have done it this way. I could do it that way.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of ways I can use that. Then every time I release, I can suddenly release.
Yeah.
So go again. So fudging. You see? Boom.
Yeah.
You see? So you can drive a lot of power that way from this contraction and expansion. But then you have a gene that comes into contact, because your opponent can do anything here. He can switch to anything. He can switch to, you could have switched to grappling, you could have switched to grabbing, throwing more blows,
could have kicked you.
Whatever you, you could do any of those things. So I then have to enter into a different state of gene manifestation, still using Song, Tong, and Chansa Jing, which are three of the basics. But then you're going to go to a gene called Hua Jing, which means constant adaptation. I'm constantly adapting. And that constantly adapting really comes off of something called Chung Jing, which is whole body power. So what do we mean by whole body power? We're talking about the kinetic chain. Okay? So it's not just sinking and rising, or it's not even just turning, but the sinking and rising has to be connected to your kinetic chain. And by that I mean your legs are connected to your hips, and your hips to your torso to your spine moves your scapulas, which move your shoulders, which move your elbows, which move your forearms, which move your wrists. So it's just one thing hitting onto another thing and making another thing move and making another thing move. Now, in order to do that, you must be able to do forms, in Chinese called Tao Lu, or in Japanese kata or Okinawan kata or forms called kata. Then you have to be able to sense what rotation impacted what joint that gave it the impetus to move. I'm not talking about moving powerfully all of a sudden, although you can do that, but it's the impetus to move. By that I mean, if I sink down and start to move slowly without trying to move my shoulders, I'm going to sink my knees, rotate my body, which is going to move my hips, which is going to move my spine, which is going to move my torso, which is going to start to impact my scapula, which is going to cause my shoulder to rotate. So I want to feel all those things happening in concert. They run into each other, they overlap each other. So they run into each other, then they overlap. That might come back and overlap again. So it's always an overlap, and it's consecutive, then it's overlapping. You see? So that's whole body power, and it encompasses that kinetic chain, okay? So that anywhere you want to in the exchange with your opponent, you're always doing something now called Tingjing. Tingjing means to what? Sense. See, so if you throw this blow here, see, and I can feel you. So you grab my hand.
Yeah.
So squeeze the hand now.
What can you feel?
Okay, what I feel here, I just feel your body, and I can feel what your force is doing. So if you put force on it, watch. See, instead of trying to oppose it directly in this line, or right here, try to oppose this directly in this line, right? I'm not trying to just oppose this. Let's turn this one. And I'm not trying to oppose this directly. So using that sensing gene where you grab my hand, you're trying to stop me. You see me? So instead of me now fighting you in this plane of depth here, I can sense your thumb. I know where it is. That's using that Ting gene. And I can also feel your feet through this energy. You see? So it's like your tension is connected to your feet now. So all I really got to do is now go back into sinking and chansajing or spiraling or silk reeling, okay? Then I can use any other kind, and there are more genes than this that come off of this. But if I rotate you out like this without even trying to move you in space one way or the other or anything, just rotate it, that impacts you.
Yeah. You know what I feel when you sink?
Okay, yeah.
If I'm touching you and if I'm putting any force on you, it's like all of a sudden when you sink, I'm stuck in your web kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like when you
Because
when
whatever
you
you're doing to me,
rotate.
I'm doing to you.
Yeah.
So in other words, we're connected. You
Yeah.
see, like right now. So like right now, what do you feel?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm following you now.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see, I've connected you, and now we're adhered. We're stuck together. So I mean, so what is that sticking gene called? Chung gene. You see. So I'm stuck to you. You're stuck to me. So you can do it several ways. So here I'm doing it against force, not against force. I don't say against force, but because of force. Because the force here could be here, and it could be pulling me. So see, I'm following. Now, as I do that, look. Now, what did you feel there?
I felt you rotate. You rotate towards my thumb, which I can't hold it anymore.
And then what happens to
And
your
then
feet?
Break my root.
That's right. So you can't stand. See, so that messes up your balance. Then if you're doing that and you're pulling me, you see I'm following. See? You actually pull the other side. So I'm constantly in Hua Jin, which is constantly adapting. So that doesn't mean, and I've seen so many martial arts do this, you start to pull, and then they try to fight back and do this. But I don't do that. I take this arm right here and put it beyond that arm, doing something called Sui Jin, which means to follow. See? So you're pulling me here, I'm rotating, I'm following.
Yeah.
See? Now I'm doing another gene called rolling back. Now I'm doing Hua Jin. Rolling back, just like in Tai Chi you would do roll back. See? So people say, okay, well in Tai Chi you have this roll back. So in Xingyi, how would you have the roll back? I'll show you. Say I did Ping Pong here. Say I had Pi Jin here. So Pi Chuan, which means splitting or cutting. Now, look. Because the energy's here. So you see how that impacts my spine? My spine does this. See, it's constantly. So if you take my hand here, see, I could just simply turn here and sink. You see, that brought. So you could do it with Pi Chuan like this. You see. In Baghua's dragon stretches its claws. You could grab this hand. So I could come here. See, this comes up and say here. Now, boom. See, so that this move like this, or this move like this. So instead of me trying to force your hand, so if I get over here and you grab it and try to move it some other direction, see, then I'll follow it.
Yeah.
See? So boom. See, so there's all kinds of ways you can adapt each movement. But you learning to feel and understand what each of these genes do, so that when your opponent puts any kind of force on you, is you immediately go back to that Song, Pong, Chan Su Jin, Sui Jin, which is following, Hua Jin, which is adapting, and Chung Jin, which is sticking and adhering, using your Ting Jin all the time to sense and feel what your opponent's doing. There's another way that can happen too. Say you just want to throw a straight punch. So just like a straight punch. See? So you see here, now I'm sticking, but I'm not sticking in such a way that I've already grabbed him trying to do something with it. I'm just here. Now I'm using a gene called Liu Jin, which is skipping gene.
Yeah.
Or look here, adhering gene.
Yeah.
So you see where I'm slipping it. So Liu Jin means to skip and slip. So see, I could skip it like a rock, like a stone, hitting the water.
Yeah.
Yep. Or I could slip here. Or if you're throwing a blow, you see. See, so I followed that Ting Jin, which is slipping. Then I was reeling the silk. That led then to any kind of power manifestation. In this movement, which in Xingyi is Chuan Chuan, which means to turning fist. See, so you could throw that blow, you see, and I'm here, you see, and I'm here, so throw that blow. Throw that blow, see? So notice every time I touch you, I'm not bouncing off.
Yeah.
See, like throw your blow, I'm trying to block it, I'm doing this. So this is what you'll see in a lot of external martial arts or hard martial arts doing this. Good luck, because it's really hard to come out here and hit this while it's moving and you don't know what it's doing. Well, I'll just watch when I'm doing it. Part of the sensing and shin is I just see the impetus for you to move. So a lot of times you can tell, when I was a policeman, I go to arrest somebody, you just know they were going to try to hit you. You just know it. Because you look in their eyes, they'd look at you, they'd look away, they'd do something like that. So people will give you a lot of indications. So before you can launch that, I'm in the space.
Yeah.
So if you rear back to launch it, I'll just push it.
Yeah.
You see, so you start to rear back. I'm here. See, so you're here. So even here, now you throw that blow. See, constantly adapting.
Yeah.
So see, I did this, now. Then this hand gets involved. So comes over. So there's Chuan Chuan. Now grab this hand, and you'll get
one there.
Bong Chuan. So you see right here. So you grab it, try to keep me from pulling it this way. So what would I do if he's holding my arm like this? I wouldn't force against it here, but watch what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna step forward and leave it where it is, which is this move, Bong Chuan. See, so if you grab this hand, you're gonna stop. So boom, you grab that hand now. So watch what happens now. I'm gonna simply just, instead of trying to get in this plane, I'm gonna go this up and down plane. So what happened to your ability to, or your strength when I did that?
Was completely dissipated because I have one vector and one.
That's right.
One direction of intent. Yeah.
So once I start to change you to another direction where you're not applying tension, then that upsets what you're doing.
Yeah.
It cuts off your body integration. It cuts off what you're doing from the ground up. In other words.
Yeah.
So every time you're doing a form, any kind of form, taolu, any kind, bagua, xingyi, whatever it is, you want to make sure you can feel all this sung and pong. So I want to keep pong all the time. What do I mean by pong? I don't want to be here and just stop. I don't want to stop you. I want to feel you. And a lot of times what I'll do, like, I'll put a little bit of force, about this much. Sometimes in self-defense, people will teach this and they call it pulsing. Let me show you what I mean. See, so it's more like deflecting, but it's pulsing. And so the pulse like toot, right? So like you've hit a spring, you're doing this, right? So then I can swap my hands. I often say step, rotate, and replace. See? So now, see, and now what makes this a strong strike?
You're set.
So see, all that energy is going through that kinetic chain through my body this way, and then when my Dan Tien hits the bottom, it hits the spine, and as it impacts the spine, it bows the spine, and you release that energy up the spine and back out again. That's why they say in internal martial arts and in Tai Chi, for instance, they say that chi sticks to the back. By chi, we mean the force that you generate internally in your body. That kinetic chain gets it adheres to the back, your spine, all the way up your spine and out. Actually, up to a point on your spine that then connects to your scapula, and then that allows a roll from that point, so it spreads out from that point. So I mean, so you have to get used to feeling that inside, because see, I could just get you right here now. Say you're trying to do something now. See if you can move my hand. Oh, that's force. See, I'm putting force back. What you gonna do with this force?
You're gonna have to sink and
rotate.
Right,
I'm still resisting. So hey, I'm still resisting. I'm still resisting. Okay. So grab mine. So you grab me here, and so most people just don't grab you and hold you. They'll grab you, push you, and hit you. I'm here. See, now look, I'm following. Here's that silk reeling.
Silk reeling.
Which allowed me to have a sudden release of energy. So put your hand out like this. See, I'm coming back like this. You see, I come back and so see, you grab me here. See, you pushing me backwards. You see, that goes right into that.
Yeah.
So that's all. I'm allowing. I'm acting sequentially with you. So you're joining my movement, and then I can sense then where your movement's not connected. I can make you lose your balance. Once I can do that, then I can enter. So a lot of people, when they're just playing, they try to stay outside. You see what I mean? But in reality, what you want to do is get inside.
Yeah.
See how I got inside?
Own the space.
So you come here, you see, so now let's say I'm inside.
Yeah.
Now if you grab this hand, You see what I mean? And try to push it down, I'll let you. See, look, I'll swap this hand. Huh? Because see, I had leverage here, so when you pull this hand down, see? So I'm not doing anything special or anything, but I'm not doing these movements one after the other independent. See, I'm depending on your force to move me. So as you push this down, I'll follow you, sway you down with you. Well, now I've got you here. See, now look, see? Now I've got it in the ear and in front. And so it's not simple because it takes a while to get to the point where you can feel all of these genes and play with them in such a way. And there are more genes than the ones I've even named. Okay, because there are derivatives off of all of these, because all of these are interacting together with each other. They're acting because of each other. Each one depends upon each other, just like in any of these internal martial arts or Chinese medicine. There are 4 ways that yin and yang interact. Oppose each other, depend upon each other, consume each other, and morph into each other. So yin opposes yang, yang depends on yin, yin can consume yang, and yang then becomes yin. So yang goes up, but then it seeks yin. Yin, when it gets there, it seeks yang. So everything can be divided into these 2 concepts of yin and yang, almost like 0 and 1 in computers or Boolean algebra. You've got one way or the other. You've got depth. You've got 2 ways to go in depth, 2 ways to go in width, 2 ways to go vertically. Now, how do you connect them? You connect them with an arc. That's why I like Bagua so much, because Bagua connects everything to a particular arc. So let's just take a couple of movements like, say, dragon stretches its claws. Say you throw this blow, you see? Now, throw that blow and cover elbow, you see? Now let's go to something we call split hands, which I'm bringing over here, and boom. See, now throw that blow. See, now I'm doing a movement called pick up close. Now, you see? You see what I mean? So you see that? So see, I'm here, see? Dragon. If he stops this, now watch. See, I'm just going with that flow of his energy here. So he's covered. So look, see, I've covered here. See, so that movement looks like this. See, I've done this called dragon stretches his claws. I've done cover elbow. Then I've stepped and done split hand. Then I can do pick up close, step, and then do a movement called hide the willow under the leaves. So you see I'm this way, this way, this way, this way. I can split hands this way. You see now, see I could step around and what, so he throws that blow. See I'm here, see now I'm coming around, boom. Which that blow, that movement looks like this. See, so I've got here, see it's coming this way. Now watch, I'll turn it the other way because I'll bring another toe out step here, toe in step here, and here. And then the form hits you here.
Yeah.
Okay. So that whole movement looks like this, 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 this. Okay. So I'm like this, stepping under here, coming here, and coming back around that way. If I did it over this way, if people could see it, see? It comes back here, we'll cover elbow, split hands, pick up close. So you pick this up, pick it over, I'm coming this way. Hide the willow under the leaves this way, come back this way. So this is all so-called line rolls the ball in that context because it rolls here, you see. So if you threw a blow, you see it could be here, see, could come here. You could bring it here, here. So see, it's touching. Now I'll do that. What did we talk about? Slipping kind of gene. So what was that kind of slipping gene called? Lil gene. So watch, see I'm sliding now. So I could actually do it in skipping. So I'm here, but now watch, I'm gonna do a sliding gene where it slides, slide. See, so there are a lot of different types of genes that you can put together here. Like just some of the basic them would be back to liu, which means to roll back. Liu, you see me? So, pons lu, which means to roll back. Ji, which means to squeeze something. On, which means to push down and up at the same time, so that you're getting up out of a chair like this, you see? That's on, okay? Then thigh, which means to pull down and roll back together. And then liu in this instance would mean splitting your hands, you see me? Call Joe, call, which would be elbow stroke, Joe, which would be shoulder stroke. And you can put together a lot of them. I've read some scholars talk about there's about 42 different genes in a lot of these arts. So you don't have to be able to manifest every single one of them perfectly, because all the masters did some better than others. Of course, nobody's perfect. But just knowing a few and understanding how to deal with a person's force. So for instance, if I come here and I'm mad at you and I throw a big blow, what can you do first? Okay, that's fine. But see, you've already started moving it. The mistake you're making here is you're not contacting it and letting my force sink you down and rotate you. You immediately started to oppose and got stuck in a opposition. So you want to go into dependency now. See, like if you throw a big blow around here, I don't want to just do this, so throw it pretty hard. Oh, see, now I'm kind of, so if you're stronger than me, you knock me right over. But watch what I'm going to do here. See, it caused me to turn. Yeah. It caused me to sink and turn. So I could be here, see, look, see? It caused me to sink and turn. So you throw this back, see? I didn't stop my arm here. Yeah. Now I'm stuck here, see? Now I'm adhering. Yeah. See me? So what is this sticking energy called again? Chongjin. See, so watch. Chongjin. See, I'm stuck here. So as you come around, see, now I've caught you in a trap. Now that's psychologically disturbing because you want to pull this back. If you pull this back, even if you throw that blow at the same time, see, I'm here, see? So if you throw that blow, see, I'm actually doing liu jin here. See, now I've got you in your feet. It didn't take nothing for me to move. Yeah. A lot of times with students, I'll do it with 2 fingers, where you're throwing the blow. See? I don't like it when I do that.
No, I don't like it at all.
See, so if he throws that big blow around here, see? So it doesn't take a lot of energy at all. So just like I'm painting with my fingertips, you see? So I could come here. What does that energy feel like? See that? But it's not hard, look. Yeah. Just doing this. This is part of that whole body integration, you know, that whole body power, that kinetic chain that moves. See, so there's a lot of ways to do it. So for instance, if you throw a kick, I'm not going to get here and try to just block it. So if you throw that kick, you see I might just turn. See, as you throw in that kick, say I've turned, you see I've just moved it here. Oh. See, sometimes you throw that kick, you can do this kind of.
You follow it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, skip on up.
Now we're in swaging, which means to follow. See, so you have to do some swaging. So if your movement comes that way and you pull it back, swaging, but that leads to what then? That sticking chunjing. See, so now I'm sticking. If you throw that blow, see, I'm turning parallel to it. I'm still reeling here. Look. Now what's happened to your energy? It's hard. See, I'm not trying to turn you. I'm just turning you right there on your axis, and that's causing your whole body chain to actually get up. See, I'm not doing this. I'm pulling you. I'm just turning you. I'm just having this much of a rotation. Just here, that's enough.
That's
enough. Hand it off. Then you see, kick you in the face. I'm too old to kick in your face now. I'll just pull you down to my foot and kick you in. Now, if I can't go to your face, I'll bring your face to my foot. So I'm getting too old to do all that stuff. Now, kicking works with that. It's doing something called, I think they call it T-bui, which means stepping or constantly, or T, which is a type of kicking. You see what I mean? So T means to kick. Or you're having this tweak meaning like stepping, you're constantly in stepping. That's what I'm always saying when I'm saying step, rotate, and replace. And I don't mean a step has to be an actual step like that. It could just be back here to here. That would constitute a type of stepping because you're changing your weight from one side to the other. But when you do it, you ought to do it with a circle and not with like, whoa. So you don't want this to happen. So push my hands. You don't want to get your feet to do that. So what happens if he moves this energy in? You should sink and rotate. See, so I sink and rotate. Then you see I can turn in a direction I want. See, so I don't even have to use the hand here. I can move this kinetic chain here and do what's called shoulder stroke. And then from shoulder stroke, I can move to the forearm. That's a very powerful movement. You move to the forearm, you see, so I'm here, you see I'm here. And now I'm doing the squeezing. G.
Yeah.
G. So we're talking about squeezing in like this. So in Tai Chi, that movement's like this. See? So I'm squeezing this point to get the power to come out here. So put your hands out like this. So I'm like this, you see. So instead of coming here and just doing that, I come here, use this energy of sinking and rotating and bringing it up the back and just resist it for a minute. What does that do to your feet?
Yeah, breaks my root.
So now what I'm going to do is take one finger here, press it right. So in the Tai Chi form, you press it right here on these 3 spirit points, which is lung 9, pericardium 7, heart 7, and you actually move it this way. See, and you'll feel the energy come out this point called triple burner 4. Okay? So I'm just going to press it.
Yeah.
Then I can do a constant adaptation. So if I feel you going straight back, then I can do something called ward off here. So you'd see that in Tai Chi like this. In Bagua, you'd see it like that. See, so if I pushed you here, see, and then I could bring, boom. See, so now what have you done? You've set a spring.
Yeah.
So you can feel that spring. So watch, I can just simply slip under this line of force this way. See? Now watch. See, so every time you give me a line of force, that means I can move it in 360-degree vectors anywhere I want. See, so I'm here. You see, you give me a line of force. So watch, I'll just slip that line of force. See, I can go around it, I can go under it, I can go over it, and then all I want to do is find your what? See, with this pulse, I want to find where your force is being applied. When I feel it being applied back towards me this way, see, watch what I can do. I can just simply spring it here and back. Because that entered my kinetic chain and boom, back. Because I practiced that enough. See, so push it back towards me, bam, see? And then there you go. So this hand's coming, you decide to stop that hand. See, I didn't let it impact me. So try to stop it.
Yeah.
It actually caused me to do it. So you didn't feel anything here, right?
Yeah.
So what do you feel when I do that?
I feel my balance is gone.
So how come you can't hang on to it?
Because it's moving and it's not
resisting.
It's not resisting or applying any pressure to my force.
So it's just simply staying where it is.
Yeah.
So if you hit here, see, I'm just staying right there. See, I'm also letting one side do something to the other side. I'm letting one joint impact another joint that impacts another joint. So let's say I was going to do, for instance, any kind of kata, even like a kata from Shorin Karate, for instance, where I would step out and do this movement. I want to be able to feel this kinetic chain rotate from my legs up through my center, the dantian, split out this way. I don't want to get it so hard I lose my balance. I want to be here. Then the next move comes here, the next move comes here, and then right here. So let's say you're throwing that blow straight. I'm coming here. You touch it there, then I'm here. You see? Now, in that form, you'll see this movement, then they'll turn and kick behind them. You don't have to learn turning. That's just the imbecile of the kata. But see, what if I get it here and down block it here? Now turn you up like this and kick it. So see, I've rotated on my axis too, which is part of that whole body integration. You don't want to be like a car with a drive shaft that doesn't rotate, because your spine is your drive shaft, and each one of these bones that go into your joints have to turn on their axis. If you try to stay flat like this, you see, so a lot of people block like this. I may touch it like this, but when I do, look, see, I turn on my axis.
Yeah.
See? Now that gives me this kind of reeling energy where I come up here and see I'm here. So say you grab my hand. See, I could actually just rotate here. Look. Now what'd you feel?
Yeah, I can't keep a hold of you.
That's right, because it's turning. So you couldn't grab the drive shaft of a car and hang on. You see what I mean? So I'm not trying to like oppose you and fight you. I just turn your whole arm like that. Look. Now I can impact that shoulder. You see? So grab it again. You see? And say I'm coming back this way. I can lift here. Bog was good at that because I changed direction on you. See? So I could get your hand here. I'll pick it up, start moving you that way. You see what I mean? And when I did, then I could move you back that way and then hit you while I'm moving you back that way. So I actually pull you into this arm, into the strike, which is good. That really increases your power. You know, bring things to things. So what I actually call this G, sometimes y'all don't ever like this too much, but we'll do it. You see, we're coming around here this way, you see? So look, you see? Now see how easy, see how that slipping power comes through there? Now watch, I'm here. Now you see that hole right there where there's nothing there? Then I can get this hand to this hand. Now I'm squeezing your head in between, so I've impacted you this way. Your head just gets caught in there.
Yeah.
See, which is, and that's coming off the ground, it's coming off the ground back here. So, see what it does. You say, see, so as it pulls, bam.
Yeah.
Now, once I hit you, I wouldn't bounce off. If I did hit somebody like this, I'd hit and rotate. So just a light chop, but watch.
Yeah.
So hold your hand out here. See, and I'll just impact it, but then I'll show you.
Yeah.
See how I did not go like this? I didn't go, oh. You see, I went.
Yeah.
So if I had you here, you grabbed it. You see, I did this. I bring it back. Bam. See, now look. See, now I'm turning it again. Bam. So now I can rotate it right into a knee or whatever
into the next move.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
You could grab me right here and immediately, see, I could just pick it up and kick you right in the shin. If you haven't been kicked in the shin before, look, I've got out a lot of problems as a police officer kicking somebody in the shin. It dissuades you from grabbing somebody, I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
If you don't believe it, just go in there and take a iron pipe or something, pop yourself in the shin with it. So you go to grab me, you see what I mean? I'm like this, you see? So see, I hadn't done anything but apply this squeeze. So grab, bam, boom. You see that? Boom.
Yeah.
So what you feel there, now I'm not kicking you hard at all.
Nah.
But you think about it, even with tennis shoes on, you grab, you see I could just take the tip of my foot or just go to the side of your knee right there.
Yeah.
And or you can do it like Sheen does it, coming in here and kick that out from under you. If you kick that, then I can stay. See, now that's your balance. So now I'm coming this way. You see, you think I'm gonna hit you, so you try to respond. Boom. So I just gave this to you just so that you'd, I was just trying to elicit that response. So you give me something to flow with. So you always have to use your opponent. There's not a technique that exists outside of your opponent's energy that's going to work against just, so if you just give me pure force and I just try to do a technique, you know, and try to do something, but yet now I'm forcing against you, it's not going to work. What I have to do is I have to incorporate these genes into my forms, into what I'm doing, in order to be able to not just control myself, but control you. So what you wind up doing, and let's just go kind of slow here so people can see it, but say take a big blow here, see them here. Now, you know, throw another blow, you see. So what's happening now?
Well, you've got, you just reel me in, and then you're just silk reeling my head, really.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, like wringing a chicken's neck or something.
Yeah.
Because you see what I'm doing, every time you put some force somewhere, there's this pulling energy that comes out of it. You see? So there I am, you see? Now if you grab, see, so I feel that energy right there. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do anything drastic with it. Watch, you see I can bring this other hand over and it don't take nothing. How much energy did that take? Look, one finger. So get it right there. Hold on, be a man. See, look. So I just take it right here and touch it. Once I touch it, what happens to your brain?
It wants to let go.
So that's that energy of like I'm using you like a diving board. So if I hit this and you throw the blow. Now let's say I've got fingers now. Once I got this, I'm bringing it through. So I'm silk reeling you into a line and boom, pull you right into that blow. So there you go. So there are all types of ways you do this. So when you start, so if you get in a fight on the street, people rarely just come up and go, let's fight. If he comes up to me like that and wants to fight, I'll say, what you doing that for? See, or I'll just take both his hands. Well, that got you to resist, didn't it? Once I get you to resist, watch what happens here. So how come you couldn't stop that? See, I'm like this now, lock against that, so watch. So what does that feel like when I do that?
Yeah, I feel like a puppet or something.
Because you're trying to apply force against my arms, but now my arms are not staying in the same plane you're applying that force. So if you're going towards me or just trying to stop me or tensing up, I can feel that tension. So I can push against your force. So as soon as I feel your force, watch, I can take it in another direction. Now, when I get it from this direction, I can turn my body in like this. Use that forearm to hit you with. So you notice how I'm inside your awareness. So as you push this way, see, look. Now look, see, now I've got this. You see, look. That Bhagavad thing when you pull them in one way and change them another way.
Yeah, it is.
Because Bhagavad's about change all the time.
Yeah.
So what do we say Hua Jin is? Constantly adapting. Constantly what? Changing. So Hua Jin, constantly changing. Shung Jin, whole body power. Sui Jin, following. Chan Jin, sticking. Ting Jin, sensing. So how do I know I'm stuck? Because I can sense it, I feel it, see? So I didn't go hit here and come out here and just create this space. There is no space now. There's just this space between my finger right here and your head. See, so reference point, throw that blow. Reference point. See?
Yeah.
So there's very rarely any pulling back unless you're attached to it.
Yeah.
Then I'm reeling in that silk inwards. Like in Bhagavad, you have this centripetal type movement, and you have this outward type movement. Then you have this centrifugal, you know, so this will be centrifugal. He grabs it. Now I can immediately go to centripetal. See, so what did this energy do? It came in here.
Yeah.
You see, so this was centripetal, this was centrifugal. So you throw that blow, centripetal, centrifugal. See, so centripetal come in here to the around this pole, comes around and outwards.
Yeah.
You see? So these are the genes. This is how you keep power flow going. So let's just go so that everybody can see it. Let's slow it down, start to throw blows. And so see how I keep that? Okay. So you see how that power keeps coming?
Yeah.
And I'm not hitting you hard, but
but you're owning the space.
That's
and
right.
I got no.
And
I don't get a shot
at. Every time you touch me, where do I go?
Yeah.
That's why they call it like a ghost. So Bhagavad, they say, gets behind you like a ghost. Now look, see, now I'm behind you. See? Now I can see I can get different points of you, bro. So I can get here, I can get them eyes, so I can turn, I can do whatever I want. So hopefully, if anybody has any questions and they want to see anything else, by all means, get in touch with me. You'll see some graphics down below that'll show you how to send me an email or contact me. And thank you, Nate. I hope that helps you out a lot.
That was good. That was a lot of fun. I learned a little bit too, so it's all good.
That's good. Yeah. That's good. You did good. Thank you for helping me. Like I said, to Kathy Creevy, thank you very much. To Johanna Allen, my wife, thank you very much. We appreciate it, and we'll see you when and where? Inside the dojo. Thank you very much.
stop or get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise, I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders, not